All right, welcome to Eastern Volleyball Network. I'm Kevin Knight. I'm joined by our special guest host, Ian Bicko, for the pre-tournament prediction video. We're going to do this one in two separate parts, and the first part is going to be pool play, which we'll cover in the next 15 minutes or so. And then tomorrow night, once the bracket has been updated with all the pool results, we hope to be back with you. So really looking forward to the Panama City Beach Open, which has 4 AVP qualifier slots. Given out to the top 4 teams that are not already in the main draw. So Ian, we have 13 pools to go through. Is there any that you'd like to start with first?
I feel like we should just go 1 through 13.
All right, one on down.
That's the way everyone's going to view it too.
All right, I got the laptop up behind the screen, so if you see my hand doing this, I'm trying to scroll. All right, pool 1. 1 seed overall, Evan Corey, Bill Kalinsky. You know at least one of those guys fairly decently. Followed by Chris Ludwig and Peyton Young at the 26, Justin Phipps and Joe Racing at the 27. What do you think's going on in this pool? It seems kind of brutal.
Good thing here is that all 3 teams make it to Sunday, right? We have 3 really quality teams here. To me, this is a really spicy pool as far as some of the language, maybe we got a little bit of trash talk going on, but between Evan, Luddy, and Peyton they both got some swag on the court, and we all know we've all been Phipps once or twice in our life. So I feel like, I don't know, this is going to be an entertaining court to watch, all 3 matches.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think, so for those of you who have never played in Panama City Beach, the sand is pretty packed, or at least from what I've experienced it is. Super nice, super fine. And it's definitely going to be windy tomorrow. So I've heard that Racing brings a big jump serve. We know Evan can serve pretty well himself. The way I see it is that Evan and Bill have proved themselves. They proved themselves last week in a Norseca qualifier. So I see them coming off as 1, and then it's a coin toss between the next 2 teams.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's really just going to come down to ball control and the wind. Luddy and Peyton are maybe a little... they're not the traditional defender blocker, and that might actually do them well tomorrow with all the wind. And so they definitely have a little more ball control and maybe just chemistry setting. They really did well that October event last year too.
Oh, nice. Okay.
At the end of the year.
It's good to know. All right, so I think in terms of predictions, we're going to give you our thoughts, and then we're just going to move on to the next pool because we're not going to auto-populate a bracket until it's all decided for tomorrow. So so for pool 2, I'm going to do this one because you're in it, and it's Eric Baranek, Avery Drost as the 2 overall seed, and then you're the 25, Ian Bicko, and Nolan Albright. The guy I played with all year last year.
I stole him.
It doesn't sting because you're both good friends, but you're gonna. I think you guys will do really well. You'll enjoy each other tomorrow. And then the young upstarts from South Florida, Andrew Holman and Adam Hartman, who did incredibly well at our last Wilmington event. They made the finals and nearly beat Caleb Queckel and Dylan Zaka. So this for me is a little bit like a pool of death because it's 3 really, really great teams. Obviously, Eric and Avery, I think, are favored here simply because they played in the AVP main draw for a few years. So I'm going to pick them to come off 1. And... see, this is tough. I want to go. I'm a homer, so I got to go with my guys here, Ian and Nolan, on the serving and setting and sass. But you guys are gonna have all you can handle with the shoot sets, with the shoot sets from Holman and Hartman, and they definitely know how to play in the wind, playing in Fort Lauderdale all the time. Do you want to take over pool 3 with Vaughn and Dentler?
Yeah, I feel like this. Yeah. We got Chris Vaughn, Andrew Dentler at 3. I think they're definitely favored to win that pool overall.
Yeah.
They have that first matchup with Jackson Arnold and Nathan Arnold. I haven't really seen Nathaniel play too much, but Jackson is from my area on the Gulf Coast and definitely just continues to get better. Really grown into his game over the past few years. It's a tough first draw for him. But yeah, good to see him in this tournament. 24, Team 24 is Nate Yang.
Yeah, I don't know his guy.
Ben, I don't know his partner at all. But I know
good.
Brandon Severin and Mikhail Butler. That to me is a really solid team.
Maybe upset here.
I'm pretty
29 over 24.
I don't know if a 29 over 24 is like a huge upset,
Yeah,
but
sure.
I do see them. I think I see them taking that first match.
Okay.
Really depending on their ball control in the wind. I know that Nate is a ball control wizard, so I don't really know what his partner's like. With that information, I'm just going to go with what I know and say Brandon and Mikhail take that first match. So I think Von Dentler come down as number 1 in the pool, Brandon and Mikhail 2, Nate 3, and Jackson 4.
So pool number 4 is so far the top 3 seeds all I think are kind of fairly locked in. Not that there couldn't be an upset, but that they're pretty heavily favored. And I think pool 4 is the first one where I really feel like there could be some very, very dramatic topsy-turvy matches. So John Schwengel is the 2 seed, along with Devin Berkey, who qualified Chicago, AVP Chicago last year. From everything I've heard and watched, they're incredibly hot and cold. So they've lost to some very teams that I've never heard of, and then they've gone on and beaten very, very legit main draw teams. So that's the 2 seed, and then the 3 seed is Ryan Lerna, who's practicing and playing all the time down in Tampa, and he's playing with JD Hamilton, who's been a long-time staple on the Gulf Coast and knows how to play in this wind and on this sand. And the 2v3 is going to be one hell of a match. And then they play against Adam Roberts. The winner of that plays against Adam Roberts, likely, and Cody Caldwell. And this is another team I've heard really good things. Adam's playing with a really big blocker in Cody. And Adam's the most experienced. I mean, he might have played more volleyball than everybody on this list combined. So you can't really bet against them, but at the same time, I know that it's a new partnership, and so it takes time for things to gel. And I think I'm actually going to call. I'll call an upset here. I think Schwengel and Berkey continue their run, and I think that I could see this one being an upset here.
Wow. Okay. Dang, that's
Do you disagree?
That's spicy.
A little bit
spicy.
of a spicy take.
Okay, and just heads up, Ryan's last name is Ierna. I don't want him to.
Oh, Ierna.
I don't want him to hear it and be
it's probably
Ierna.
It's probably just a mistype or typo from the list.
Also, shout out to Sean and Shady. They're 2 guys from Louisiana. They're Team 49.
Love it.
Tournament. But
out of 50.
Yeah, out of 50. I want to say that Sean won practice this week.
Nice.
And definitely pushed everyone to the limit. So they're playing some good ball. Definitely a really tough pool.
It's a good experience for them then.
For sure.
We'll scroll down. We're just gonna keep right on rocking. We're making great time right now. All right, pool 5. What do you got?
We got Angel Dache and Mike Grissel at 5. We got Josue Castillo, Oren at 22, Noah Dyer, who I don't know, Chase Frischman. I don't know the 48 seed. I'm unfamiliar with them. I feel like this is pretty straight up. I know that Chase is a big name, but I think that Josh and Oren take that first game against Chase and his partner. But I think Angel and Mike win the pool.
Yeah, and I don't think there's anyone that has the physical tools to hang with that top seed. They also just won that $10,000 event in Texas, and they're looking super strong right now.
The only thing I can see being a barrier for Angel and Mike would be setting in the wind. I'd be really curious to see them against, if Josh and Oren take that first game. They both have excellent ball control on the first and second contact. So if they can really take care of those, they both have really big serves actually for their size. So I don't know, they could really challenge Angel and Mike. I don't think it'll be a straight up really easy win for Angel and Mike if they get it.
I think this next one's gonna hurt me a little bit. I'm in the next pool, so we gotta give the next one to Ian as well. And the 1 seed in our pool are 2 guys that I have all the respect for in the world. So it's they're playing amazing ball right now, and I've only heard good things about this team so far.
Yeah, I got a lot of friends in this pool. Sean Cook, Logan Weber, Kevin. Sean Cook, Logan Weber, the 6th seed, or the top seed in the pool. We got Kevin and Dylan, Joe Asmani and his partner, and Steve Norman and Kevin Moe, the 2 local guys. Kevin, I think you're from Panama. I can't remember. I know you're from the Gulf Coast. Steven is from Navarre.
Okay.
So definitely glad they're playing this tournament. Unfortunately for them, they're running into Sean and Logan first game of the day. I
Tough.
think that those two are clicking. They got that chemistry on and off the court. And for anyone that doesn't follow Sean on TikTok, he's in the gym like 24/7.
He is. Short shorts. Real short shorts.
Yeah.
Real
that,
short
that,
shorts.
slunk,
real,
that slunk sponsorship came in nice for him, for sure.
real loud. We like Sean.
As far as a prediction for this matchup with Kevin and Dylan against Joe Osmani and his partner, I really don't know Joe's partner. I know that, man, that's gonna be a tough game.
Yeah, we
Joe is like
tough pool.
Joe Money is like a silent killer. Like
Yeah.
he's not gonna talk a lot of trash, but when he's on, and like you just don't go after him. So I don't know, but I do think I got to give it to Kevin and Dylan. I think they're gonna take that, and I can't make it. I think no offense, Kevin, but
Yeah.
I think Logan and Sean take the pool, and Kevin and Dylan come out too.
I'm always willing to bet on myself. I think we are gonna play well in the wind. I think we're two like old school players in terms of just being 6'2", 6'3", heavy servers, can play defense, can block. But I would be lying if I said like Logan Weber's gotten the better of me every time I played him. I think it's 5 times now, so it's got to happen eventually. But we'll see if it's tomorrow or not.
I beat him one time. I've played him way more than 5 times, so I beat him one time.
I understand that.
Yeah.
So the next pool is an interesting one because it's got my favorite dark horse team of the tournament in it. So the 1 seed is Burek and Palm, 2 really well-known features of the volleyball community. Dave running his club in Florida, wearing the big face shield, and Mark Burek running Better at Beach. He's doing amazing work for growing the game. So they are in a pool with Caleb Queckel and Marty Lorenz, and then Sammy Gibson and Will Rodriguez. Not sure who the 46 of Jose Cabrera and Luke Bishop.
Good friends of mine again.
Okay.
Jose Cabrera is from Mobile.
Nice.
Some of my stomping grounds, JD Hamilton's stomping grounds.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that we have a Mobile player in the picture here. And then Luke Bishop I think he's living in Jacksonville now, from Navarre originally. So 2 local guys again. Yeah, I think Burek and Paul take that first game for sure.
The 2v3 is going to be really, really interesting because Will classically has had tournaments where he just absolutely goes off and he just is on a warpath to win the match, and he does some things that are just jaw-dropping, and then he also has kind of head scratchers himself. So that's the reason I think I'm going to take Caleb Queckel and Marty Lorenz in this one. And so this team is actually my dark horse favorite in terms of teams that are outside of the kind of classic like top 10 teams to win a draw. So Marty actually has made an AVP semifinal back in the day, like 2014, 15, 16 region. And he's only like 30, 31. So he did that when he was much younger. And he's coming back to the beach. He's a phenomenal athlete and force on the beach. From my knowledge, he's been training in St. Pete. And he and Queckel, I think, will click really, really well. They both have kind of sneaky, like hybrid serves that are going to be super effective in this really strong wind. And they can. I don't know if they're split blocking or if Marty's blocking, but I really like the way that they play, and I think I'm actually going to call them on an upset here to take over the 7 seed. But Burek and Palm were both phenomenal, so I'm not going to be surprised if it goes the other way as well.
That'll be definitely that's a good matchup right there. That's a really fun match. Man, Pool H.
Yeah.
This to me is like the pool of death. Like,
so this is your like pool you want to watch.
Yeah, I definitely like every game in this pool is going to be good.
Okay.
I don't know Jacob Ray, Dan Leather's partner, but all I know is that 1 through 4, like those are all 4 really good teams. Got Roshitz Canole. I think they just won San Antonio a few weeks ago. Yeah. Steven coming back from some health stuff, but glad he's back. And let's see, TJ and Kevin. Queens.
Love those guys.
I think. So I think Steven. Oh yeah, and then we got Jacob Ray, Daniel Leathers. Man, I saw Dan play in October last year, and just really impressed by him. I think he took like Ben Vaught and Frank Field, maybe. I don't know if he won that game or it was really close. But all I know is that he just
playing
balled
against
out
good
all day.
ballers. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And then Alex Mortimer, Chris Back. Alex is now a recent transplant to New Orleans, so he's part of the crew now. He's been training pretty much every day. He's my roommate. He's in the gym every morning and then practicing every day. That dude's grinding it out. Chris Back also just works super hard. Those two have I actually put this team together before I put this team together before Dallas about a month ago.
Love it.
And then I played them and I lost to them. So I'm a damn good GM, and I think they're gonna. I don't know. They're a fun team to watch in this pool.
1 through 4.
1 through 4. I just take Steven and Peter number 1.
Okay.
I think I still think it ends up being straight up.
Yeah, straight up. So Yurko Coyle in 2, and then Leathers in 3. And
actually,
do you think Back takes?
No, I got Alex and Chris taking the 3.
Okay.
I think they win that matchup against Dan and Jake.
Love it.
Yep.
So we're moving on. Pool 9 has the 1 seeds Jeff Samuels and Rafi Paulus. The 2s Brandon Joyner and Kyle Friend. 3s Mark Bucknam, Jake Fleming. 4, I am not sure who they are. Lucas Nascimento and Lucas Sands.
I know Lucas Sands.
Okay.
Good young player.
Yeah.
Travels around a lot and plays a lot. Yeah. I still think that Rafi and Jeff take that first match against them.
Yeah. What do you think of do you think Bucknam and Fleming can push on Joyner Friend?
That's going to be interesting. That's going to be a really interesting game.
Okay.
I definitely think that Mark and Jake can take this match from Kyle and Brandon. They've put in a lot of work. They have been in Louisiana for a week now training with the LSU coach, Drew.
Nice.
Well, he's not the LSU coach now, but he coaches Taryn and Kristen.
Yeah.
But, so they've been putting in a lot of work. They've been known to upset some teams. I don't know. I can see this going either way. Kyle and Brandon probably should win, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's an upset here.
Yeah, for me, I think because of their time on the NBL and their time playing together, I think Rafi Paulus and Jeff take this pool. And I mean, I don't know who comes second and third, but it's pretty clear for me that it's either gonna. I guess I'd probably go with Kyle Friend. He's one of the more accomplished players. He's probably the most accomplished player in the pool, so it's hard to bet against him. You cool with that?
Yeah.
The pool 10. All right, we only got 4 pools to go, so we're pretty close. So pool 10 is John Ferrari, Brian Miller, Ryan Lehman, Tomas Goldsmith, Andrew Royal, Ethan Elkins, who I think just won a tournament, and then Connor Derrickson and Kibby Jelks. So Kibby's a great player. He's been playing in Florida for a long time. So to see him at the 4 seed is like kind of eyebrow raising. I'm not sure who his guy is, and so for that reason, I'd assume that Miller and Ferrari are going to take care of business against them. Lehman and Tomas versus Andrew and Ethan. Do you think?
I'm calling the upset.
You're calling the upset.
I'm calling the upset. I think.
Wow.
I respect Tomas and Ryan and Lehman. I've really never seen Lehman play in the wind before, though.
He's out there today a little bit. He looked pretty good.
Okay. I don't know. I'm still calling it. Andrew and Ethan have been playing a lot lately. They've been playing a lot together. Got some chemistry. Ethan is actually from Panama City originally.
Oh, okay. So he knows how it's done here.
Yeah, Andrew's from Navarre, so some local guys. I feel like they take that energy, defend home court, maybe to snag that first match. Definitely not like Tomas and Lehman are definitely a strong team. I just feel like the wind is going to be a huge neutralizer here for them. So I don't know. We'll see what it's like tomorrow.
Well, I doubt either of them watch this, so you probably won't hear about it. But if they do, let them know. No, I'll buy it. I'll buy it because I don't know. I mean, I know who Andrew and Ethan are, but I don't know the game well enough to be able to predict this upset. But in the final match, do you think Miller Ferrari take care of business?
I do.
In the end,
yeah,
okay.
I do for sure.
The 3v2 upset, and then the 1 seed wins out anyway.
Yep.
So Moroder and Brewster versus Clemens and Vaught for this next pool, I think is pretty much a lock for pool 11. But what do you see on this one? You got the lefty Travis, who's given us a great preview article with his 10 teams to watch, men and women, and then Tim Brewster, the up and coming lefty, versus Brandon Clemens and Ben Vaught, who qualified a number of years
I feel like Timmy and Travis they had that Norseca match
Yeah.
earlier this week. I feel like they're looking for redemption, maybe learn from some mistakes there, and they just take care of business with this pool for sure. Although I don't know, it's gonna be a good match.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Definitely
Clemens and Vaught, they got great chemistry. I mean, as do Travis and Tim. But for me, it's like of the players on the court, I would say like Tim Brewster, I want to play in the wind the least out of all of them. I feel like the way he thinks about the game, but also just the number of reps he has in the wind, training out in Cali all the time. It's just like not a guy I want to play against in this kind of heavy breeze. So I'm kind of with you on that. I think Travis and Tim hold seed there. Also, shout out to John Sutton and Misha from my region. Glad to see them making the trip down, and Misha getting his first kind of big Florida exposure. So that's super cool. So pool 12, we got Bruno Morum and Mike Bogue. I'm sure they're going to bring some heavy serves, but then the team underneath them, Salila Tucker and Lev Primo, probably serve even bigger than than Bruno and Bogue. I don't think the 3 seed Bobby Jones and Jack Lane or the 4 seed are really going to push on either of these two. So I think the match to talk about is the 12 seed versus the 15 seed. Who do you see taking this?
Yeah, I don't really know the 3 or the 4 seed in this pool, but I know it's like the 15 versus the 12, so it's not a huge upset. But I definitely see Leela and Lev winning out this pool.
Yeah, in Travis's article, he was saying that Lev has been playing like ever since he got back from injury. He's been playing like literally every form of volleyball, like 4s, 6s, doubles, like training whenever, all the time. So
between that and just I think
Leela's nasty too.
Yeah, Mike's kind of a hybrid, like blocker, blocker defender. I haven't seen Bruno play too much lately, but
he was in that India league, similar to Satterfield.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so he's been playing a lot of indoor.
I think the ball control that Leela's going to bring to this is just like
overwhelming.
Going to be the difference maker for sure.
I like it. So this last pool 13, starting from the bottom at the 40 seed, Bozeman and Kyle Oman, I'm not sure about. But Gil Octave and Spencer Gaston are guys that I play against pretty regularly. Gil's in Atlanta, and I think he may have been a Caribbean national team player for a year or two. So he jumps really well, hits really hard, is definitely committed to the beach game. So he has some very, very, very cool swings to watch when he gets a hold of one. And then Spencer's another one of those grinders who's just playing every tournament he possibly can, driving however far, playing with whatever guy. And so I love that they're out of this one. Unfortunately, they're a very low 3 seed, so they end up matching up with Jake Urruti and Max Martin early on. Max has been looking great on grass and on beach, and it seems like Jake is kind of back out and playing. So this was one of Travis's team to watch. I think that it goes pretty much 1 takes out the 4, 2 takes out the 3, and then who do you like between Alex Diaz, Ian Satterfield versus Jake and Max?
I got Jake and Max over Alex and Ian.
Okay.
As much as I really want my brethren and Ian to win this match.
The other Ian.
I love Alex Diaz too. I really like both their games. I'm just interested to see them play together. I feel like they're such a similar player.
I agree. I agree. They're both about 6'5", 6'6", kind of long dudes.
I think they're both very skilled at their position, especially when they're paired with a defender, another defender. They're dangerous. I'm interested to see them together. I wouldn't be surprised if they won by any means, but I feel like Jake and Max are going to take this match.
So my opinion on this one, I think Jake and Max do take it, but it's actually more so because the last time I saw Max Martin on hard pack sand, he was an absolute dominant blocker. This was Wapaka. He just can take over matches, blocking and serving, and Jake is obviously a phenomenal player himself. So I like them in this one as well. That's all we've got for you. It was a quick video. We should be back on tomorrow night to break down what's left of the bracket. We can see how right and how wrong we were. Also, I wanted to read off, Mark Farnachari sent me a text of who his first round matchups, who the first seeds are that he thinks they're going to lose, because of course.
Also, I would say that the plaid was unintentional. I don't want people really intentionally matched.
No, not at all. I had no idea. Yeah. So Mark said these are the 1 seeds that are going to drop: Palm Burek, Adam Cody, Miller Ferrari, Diaz Satterfield, Bogue, Bruno, and pool play. So I guess that's pretty spot on for the ones that we called. he's always in our ear, and he's always teaching us random things about the beach volleyball community. So thank you, Mark. But yeah, so this should be a blast. Glad the AVP is putting this on, and hopefully we see some crazy stuff tomorrow.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Hopefully we're both still in the bracket.
That'd be wonderful. I'm gonna go bake some cookies. Thanks for watching.
Later, y'all.
Peace.